What up guys, welcome to Chef Vic, and today I'm going to show you guys a cool recipe on Disneyland style beignets. I'm going to use, of course, that delicious, awesome Disneyland book that I got, the unofficial Disneyland cookbook. You guys probably are all familiar with it. I will put a link below. You guys can check that out if you guys want to get it. If you're interested, I do have another video on, I use a recipe on those corn dogs. They've been doing pretty well on views, so I want to thank you guys for that. And also to the little celebration, because of course Disneyland's open and Avengers Campus is just opening too as well, so it got me in a Disneyland mood. So stick around guys, I'm going to show you guys how to make these awesome beignets. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with 2 eggs, room temperature, place them inside the bowl like so. Really helps speed up the, well, it doesn't speed up like fast, but it really does help in the proofing stage of the dough. So right here in the little measuring cup with lukewarm water, we're going to add the yeast. I got a little bit of the sugar, add a little bit in there, and then we're going to whisk it up to really combine and just let it sit about 5 minutes to bloom the yeast. So right here we're gonna whisk the eggs up just to break them up to really help it along to incorporate with the dough. And then after that, you guys are gonna lower the heat. Can't talk today. Lower the speed, and then you're gonna add your evaporated milk, right, like so. And then after that, you guys are gonna add your guys' yeast. Make sure that it's perfectly bloom right here, and add it to your mix. Keep on mixing. And then afterwards, we're going to add our sugar. Add it in like so. Just doing it in stages, so just make sure everything's incorporated. You don't want no lumps of anything. And at this point, we're going to add half of your bread flour here. You're going to add half, and then we're going to blend it up. So again, no lumps. We're going to mix it up all together. And then after that, later on, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So right here, we're going to add half of the bread like so, as you see right here, and then you're just gonna mix it on a slow speed. You just want to make sure there's no lumps at all, as much as possible. Right now here we're gonna add vegetable shortening, add that little fat into it, and then again mix it again to incorporate it. And then at this time you're gonna add the rest of your bread flour to incorporate. Now at this stage you gotta be really patient. I realize after you mix it with this stand mixer with the whisk, it's a little challenging to take off the dough off the whisk like you see right here, but be patient my friends. You see me right here still struggling a little bit. I don't know why the book requires this, but I think at the end of the stage we probably should switch to the dough hook. So we're going to switch to the dough hook like so. Take it off best you can. You can see me really struggling at this point right here. Yeah, I have regrets here. But anyways guys, switch to the dough hook like so. You're just gonna need it about roughly 5 to 10 minutes. That's like kind of like a guide of the time. You just really want to need it to it not sticking so much to the sides like you see right here. I would say a good solid 5 to 10 minutes or so. So once your dough is done, it's not sticky to the sides. It's kind of on the tacky side, but not super sticky. You're just gonna roll it up into a ball like so. Just make sure it has that beautiful smooth texture on top, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure it's tightened up. It really helps. I just like doing it, keeps it uniform. Make sure you use a grease to grease up the bowl so it doesn't stick too badly to the bowl. And then wrap it with a plastic wrap like so, or with a damp tea cloth. Unfortunately I don't have any tea cloths at that moment, so I'm just using a plastic wrap. It works fine. And let it rise for 3 to 4 hours. So 3 hours is up right now my friends, so we're going to take this dough out. We're going to dust generously with flour. Now I use this all-purpose flour for this part. You don't have to use bread flour, but if you just have straight bread flour, that's perfectly fine my friends. You just don't want the dough to stick to the countertop. So we're going to gently take this out. Don't be too rough. It kind of sticks a little bit to the bowl no matter how much I put, so just make sure to be patient with the dough. This beignets are kind of on the sticky side, but you kind of want this for these beignets. They're delicate, nice and airy, nice and fluffy. So once you do that, dust a little more flour on top of the dough, and then roll it out to a 1/4 inch thick. You don't want it super thin, but you also don't want it super thick. So you just want to roll these guys out evenly as possible. I'm trying to keep it like a rectangle shape as possible. And right here, I don't have a Mickey Mouse cookie cutter, unfortunately. I tried to cut it by hand. It just did not pan out for me. So I just end up doing a classic beignet shape, and that is a rectangle shape of a beignet. So you're basically going to cut those up into rectangles, how big you want. Keep in mind, note to self, these beignets where they fry, they do puff up quite well and grow in size. So you want them smaller, then cut a little on the smaller side. But this is about how you want it. But if you guys have the Mickey Mouse cookie cutters, go ahead and do that. Right here, I've got a cast iron pan pot right here. I'm using canola oil, or you guys could use vegetable oil at your choice. And then you're gonna heat up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you're gonna fry up the beignets to the light and golden brown. They do puff up, so they're nice and fluffy. You don't want it too hot with the oil, but you want it perfectly hot so it gives that beautiful golden brown, but enough to cook it inside. So just make sure you flip them and cook it nice and evenly golden brown. So at this point right here, you're gonna drain them off in a rye rack or with a plate with the paper napkin, so it drains off the excess oil. You do want this cool, because you put the powdered sugar, and when it's extremely hot, that sugar will melt into a glaze. So right here, my friends, this is what it looks like, the delicious Disney style beignets. Dust them with powdered sugar heavily. Alright guys, that was the Disneyland beignets. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something that I kind of should have ordered or trying to find little Mickey Mouse cutters so I could cut into Mickey Mouse shape. I tried to do it freehand and it did come out how I want it. But anyways, this probably is more of like that Jazz Kitchen restaurant in downtown Disney. I know they do more traditional, I'll cut them in almost like a rectangle shape. That's kind of more traditional beignet you would probably see in New Orleans. But anyways, nevertheless though, they have that perfect texture of a Disneyland beignet. Awesome, delicious recipe. I really like this cookbook, and you guys don't forget, check that link below if you guys are interested, and if you haven't had a chance to buy it yet, or you guys still kind of hesitant if it's a good buy or not. So hopefully I can help you guys out to decide on buying it or not, or maybe you just want to check it out or use this recipe. Of course, it's up to you. But again guys, if you guys like that video, hit that like, it really helps out my channel. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell. It really helps out. Let you guys know my new video is out. You get the first dibs on knowing it's out. So thank you guys, take care, hope you stay safe out there, and see you next time, my friends.